On the final day of 6th grade, my school's gymnasium held the Trevor Tangerman Award Ceremony, a long-standing tradition where 6th graders are recognized for their love for learning and kindness. Towards the end of the ceremony, my history teacher stepped up to the podium to announce the final winner. The last recipient is Kishor Moorthy. In a sea of clapping and cheering, I made my way to the podium in what felt like an eternity. I thought to myself, I should be happy to receive this award. And I was happy, but I also had a gut-wrenching feeling in my stomach. I turned towards the crowd of students who were clapping for me, and in return I gave them an empty smile. Although my face conveyed happiness, I still had an uneasy feeling inside of me. Something just didn't feel right. Looking back on this experience many years later, I realized that the reason that I felt uncomfortable that day was because I wasn't comfortable receiving recognition for simply being myself. I didn't join clubs and study hard simply to receive this award. Instead, I worked hard because I truly loved learning, and I was adhering to the values that my parents had instilled in me. I had been intrinsically motivated throughout middle school, yet I received an extrinsic reward. Intrinsic motivation can also be thought of as personal satisfaction. People who are intrinsically motivated do things because they are truly passionate about it and interested in it. They see the value in what they are doing and believe that their actions will be beneficial to themselves as a person. On the other hand, extrinsic motivation pertains to external factors that influence our behavior. There are two main categories of external motivation. The first one is rewards, and this, for example, is when people are motivated to act by prizes or trophies. Actions as simple as playing an arcade game often involve extrinsic motivation. The other category of extrinsic motivation is avoiding negative outcomes, and this often happens when people act in order to appease others or prevent them from becoming mad. In general, intrinsic motivation is better than extrinsic motivation for a few reasons. First of all, people who are intrinsically motivated are generally happier because they truly see the worth of what they're doing and enjoy doing it. In addition, actions that are intrinsically motivated generally persist longer even in the face of adversity or changing circumstances. Take, for example, a student in college who is excited to learn and absorb information on a daily basis. Because this student is intrinsically motivated, he's going to enjoy his time at college and get the full worth out of his education. However, if this student went to college to appease his parents or because his friends were going to college, he's not going to be as happy and he won't get the worth out of going to college because he's extrinsically motivated. Now, that being said, extrinsic motivation is not always a bad thing. In fact, extrinsic motivation is especially useful as a form of reinforcement to encourage someone to do something that they otherwise wouldn't be interested in. It's simply human nature to like rewards and gifts, so extrinsic motivation can often push us to do better. Personally, I always believed that I didn't need recognition for my work. I didn't need extrinsic motivation for simply being myself, and for this reason, I often felt uncomfortable receiving recognition. I never wanted to be separated from my peers simply because of an honor that I received. However, after reflecting on myself and researching the benefits of different types of motivation, I realized that recognition is essential for building confidence, assurance, and self-esteem. In addition, recognition promotes the continuation of the brilliant work that warranted the recognition in the first place. When I received my Trevor Tangerman Award in 6th grade, I was worried that it might prevent me from continuing my service and leadership. But now, when I receive recognition, I view it as a platform for me to continue to expand my impact on others. Instead of slowing down my drive, recognition continues to push me towards excellence. So whether you love awards or you dislike recognition, always be thinking about two things. First of all, think about your intrinsic motivation. What intrinsically motivates you? What are you passionate about? And what interests you? And try to do those things in life as often as possible, because that will make you get the most worth out of what you're doing and live a happier life. And secondly, always be thinking about the power of recognition. Think back to the times that you were given recognition for an award, for a sports contest, or whatever else you did, and think about how moving forward, how will recognition continue to motivate you? Once you reflect on these ideas, you will be on your way to a life full of success. But more importantly, you'll be on your way to a life full of purpose. Thank you.